I remember years ago listening to parents comment on this time of year. Statements like, "I cannot wait for school to start," or "it can't come fast enough," just made me a little sad inside. I wondered, how could anyone ever feel that way about their children? They're precious babies. They're little miracles from heaven. Well, let's just say, for everything there is a season, a time for every activity under heaven. And for the parents in this house, school is an activity under heaven we are so grateful to have. That Solomon sure knew what he was talking about. There was a season of my life that I couldn't even imagine receiving delight from the first day of school. I've even written about the emotional challenges of our little duckling setting sail into a new school year. But that season is over. Yep, just imagine it like Jim Carrey saying it, making over into a 4-syllable word. Don't get me wrong, I love my children, and so did all those parents I'd listened to years ago and wonder where in their heart could they want their children to leave them for hours each day of the week. No, they loved their children just as much as I loved and love mine. They were just speaking from a different season. For example, a season like the one we're in. You know, 2 teenagers in the house. 2. One of them being a female. The cry of my heart day in and day out, "Dear Jesus, help us." But let's not put it all on the teens. Oh, no, the others. Those other 2 gave me a nice illustration just this past Sunday of how very timely the school year starting was for our home. Standing at the ironing board for over 4 hours was not the ideal way to spend my Sunday afternoon. However, it is my own fault. If I didn't despise the task so much, I wouldn't have had to spend such large chunks of time. Guess it's part of that a whole stitch in time saves 9 thing. But I don't do stitching either, so carrying on. Here I am at the ironing board with a boatload of wrinkled clothes draped across the couch, awaiting the steam when Caden comes downstairs, half smiling in an attempt to avert his need to cry. He said, "Mom, Gavin bit me." Puzzled, I replied with a question, "He bit you?" Caden raises the leg of his shorts to reveal a bite on the inside of his thigh. The inside of his thigh. Wow, talk about pain and problems. Woo-wee, Gavin was in trouble. Say that one with at least 3 syllables to get the intensity of the moment. While I've never been a biter, I do get that even the best of circumstances lose thrill and passion. I mean, I've seen the Disney traveling families who have had so many magical moments, they are over it. Over it. I also remember back to those days of having my very, very best friend in the whole entire world over to stay the night. One night wasn't enough, so we'd ask for another night. Then that night wasn't enough, so we'd ask pretty please for just one more. You know the story. After a week, we were so sick of each other that every little thing brought aggravation and annoyance. It was like, when is she going home? Point is, too much of a good thing is a bad thing, and too much of summer break, too much of staying home in the same general area can end up turning something good into something not so good. And another point, enjoy the season, soak it up. My mom has been the best example to me in that. So many times we say, "I can't wait till this," or "I wish I could go back to that." You'll never hear my mom carrying on about how she wished she could go back to soak up more moments. And the reason this is so significant is because my mom only had 9 years of her life to spend with her baby boy. We'd all understand wanting to live in the past when the past is the only place you have with the one you love. But that is why we make the most of today, because we never know what tomorrow holds. My mom truly makes the most of every opportunity. She lives in the here and now. Life is happening today, not yesterday, not tomorrow, today. Which brings me to my most favorite back to school post I saw and last focus point to share. It said 180 days of opportunities to make a difference. Wow. Or as Junie B. Jones would say, wowie, wow, wow. Each day is an opportunity to make a difference. Our kids walking the halls of their school, our kids sitting at their lunch table, our kids playing at recess, and our big kids pulling into the parking lots, sitting in their concurrent enrollment courses, and working at their part-time jobs. From taking tests to simple interactions with teachers and peers, our kids have an opportunity every single day to make a difference. How in the world could we hoard that? And each day they head out the door, and each night we tuck them into bed. We echo the prayer of this back to school post. Praying for a productive year filled with physical, mental, and spiritual growth, new friends, new memories, and lots of fun. Happy back to school. Go make it awesome. Colossians 4, 5, and 6 in the NLT says, live wisely among those who are not believers and make the most of every opportunity. Let your conversation be gracious and attractive so that you will have the right response for everyone. I pray this vlog spoke to you. Did you know that I'm writing a book? It's crazy, right? But would you join me in supporting these endeavors by subscribing to us on YouTube here and sharing with your family and friends? We can't grow without you. And we'd love for you to visit heathermeadows.com, and we'll see you every week. Have a good one.